Hello everyone. Now I am going to discuss about programming MCQs in C programming. Okay, let us go to the first program. Yes, this is the program 1. I look at this. In the main statement, I am going to declare one variable, that is int 1 abc is equal to 10, and just guess what is the output of this one. Just guess what is the output of this one. For example, here int 1 abc is equal to 10. That means look at this variable name here. We cannot start a variable name with numbers. That means 0 to 9. That's why, for example, if I am going to run this code, it is going to give some error like this. That means what is the output of this program? This program is an error. No doubt it is an error. Why? Because we cannot start a variable name with numbers. That's why this program is an error. Okay, now I am moving into second program. Look at here, and this is also some variable name every time. What is the output of this program? Here int number 1 is equal to 120, and I am going to print that number. Then I am going to execute it again. Yes, it is also showing some error. What is that error? Means we never use any spaces when we are writing variable name. That is the error. For example, if I am going to erase this space, if I am going to execute it, yes, it is going to be executed and output will be 120. No problem now. But when you are writing like this, that means a space is in between variable name. If any space is there, just we have to replace with an underscore, then it will be working normally. Okay, but don't use any space in the variable name. Okay, then the third question. Here, what is the output here? Yes, I am going to execute it. It is going to show some error. What is that error? Means abc@1. In variable name, we never used any special character other than underscore. Only one special character, that is underscore, we have to use when we are declaring any variable names. But here I am writing @. If I am writing @, it will be giving some error. That means this program is also an error. And the fourth one, what is the output here? For example, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, c is equal to 2, d is equal to 3, and I am going to give some mathematical expression here. What are the operators are there? Addition, some division, multiplication and subtraction here. All these are the operators, and here this operation, for example, this is going to be 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. That means these the expression is going to be evaluated based on the operator precedence. There are 4 operators are there, but star and by divided by has more precedence than addition and subtraction, right? And that means this operation has to be performed first. But in between addition, multiplication and division also, we have to done. First of all, we are going to either divided by or multiplication. What we have to choose? We have to choose that from left to right hand side. What is appeared here from the left hand side? That is divided by is going to be appeared first. It is going to be evaluated. Then it is going to be going for multiplication. Here also addition first and subtraction next. Okay, like this. That means b by c. B by c means what is b value? 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is going to be return 2. Why? Because integer by integer, it is going to be represent an integer. Star, then star d. What is d value? D value is 3. 2 into 3 is 6. Now what is a value? A value is 10. 10 plus 6. What is a value again? Minus 10. Okay, then it is going to be 6 only. it is going to be 6. The output is going to be 6. Why? If I am going to execute it, the output is going to be 6 like this. Then moving into fifth one. Here, what is the output here? A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, 2% A is greater than B and B is greater than A. Then what is the output here? What is A greater than B means 10 greater than 10. Is it true? 10 greater than 10 is true? No, not at all. That means it is going to be print 0. And what is that? B is greater than A. That means 10 is greater than 10 again. Is it true? No, not at all. Again it is going to be written 0 only. That means the output is 0 and 0. The output is 0 and 0. Then moving into sixth question. Here x is equal to 10, y is equal to 10, z is equal to 5, and I am going to doing this operation. How it is going to be? X is less than y less than z. First of all, that means two less than symbols are there. That means they have same precedence, right? If the operators have same precedence, we have to evaluate from left to right. That means first of all, this operation is going to be divided into like this. What is that? X is less than y. It is going to be done first. That means what is x value? X value is 10. 10 is less than 10. Is it true? What it is going to be written? It is going to be written 0. Okay. Then less than z. 0 less than z. What is z value? Z value is 5. 0 is less than 5. Is it true or not? Yes, it is going to be written true. That means what is the I value? I value becomes 1 now. I am going to execute it. The output is 1 here. Okay. Now moving into seventh one. Here A is equal to 10 by 3. I am going to print A. For example, here A is an integer. I am going to print some A also. 10 by 3. 10 by 3 means integer by integer. What is integer by integer? It is going to be written integer again. That means it is going to be working as a coefficient operator. For example, if I am going to execute it, the output is going to be, what is the coefficient here? 10 by 3. The coefficient is 3. Then the output is also 3 here. Okay. Then moving into eighth one. Yes, A is equal to 5, B is equal to A plus plus. What happened here? It is going to be represented in two lines. B is equal to A plus plus means this is the post increment operator. That means this operation is done first and then A is equal to A plus 1 is going to be done at next. That means what is A value initially? A value is 5. That means B becomes 5. In the next step, A is equal to A plus 1. A becomes 6. Now if I am going to print A is 6, B is 5. Now I am going to execute it. A is 6, B is 5 here. Yes. The next question. A is equal to 5. I am going to print 5% this and 5 values are there here. What is happening now? All are unary operators. That means increment or decrement operators. It is going to be evaluated from right to left. All the operators are from left to right, but when we are going for decrement and increment operators, is going to be evaluated from right to left. Now it is going to be evaluated. What is this? A plus plus. That means post increment operator. Post increment means first of all it is going to be display 5 and 6 is moving here. 6 is moving here. 5 is displayed here and 5 plus 1, 6 is going to be here. This is a pre-increment operator. Pre-increment means it is going to be incremented first, then it is going to be displayed. 6 becomes 7, and 7 is going to be printed here. Okay. Then 7 is moved to here. The next one. 7 is going to be moved to here. 7 means it is going to be a minus minus means it is post decrement. That means it is going to be display 7 first, and then it is going to be decremented as a 6. But here when I am going to decrement a value, all the before decrements, pre-decrements or pre-increments has to be applied here. Then 7, 6 and 5. Okay, then this 6 is moving into here. This is going to be pre-increment. Pre-increment means it is going to be incremented first. It is going to be incremented first, then it is going to be displayed here. Then if you observe here, it is incremented, then this one you also incremented. Now 7 is moved here. 7 is moved to here. What is this? Post increment. That means it is going to be display 7 first, and then it is going to be incremented as 8. Where are the post value pre-increments? Here is the pre-increment, then it is going to be 8, and this is going to be 8 also. Then the output is 78785. 78785 is the output here. Okay. Then moving into the code 10. Yes, this code 9 is somewhat important. Just look at again. Again I am going to code 10. Here I am going to read two values, ampersand a and ampersand b, but c is equal to, I am going to write here some c is equal to. Note it down here. Printf and scanf are the functions, right? These two functions as a return type is integer. For both printf and scanf also the return type is integer. But here this is the function. Scanf is the function, right? Now I am going to read a and b values. After that, what will happen? What value is going to be assigned in C? For example, if it is error, if you are thinking it is an error, now I am going to compile it. Is there any errors here? There are no errors at all. Then what value it is going to be is saved in C? That means it is going to be how many values I am reading here? I am reading two values. That means C is going to be replaced with 2, right? That means I am going to read two values. C is going to be 2. I am going to print that one. I am going to read 1 and 10 like this. It is going to be print as 2 here. I am reading two values. It is going to be print 2 here. Okay. Moving into code 11. Here I am going to reading two values. C is equal to printf of %d. Here I am going to print here two values. Then what is the value of C here? C is equal to printf of %d, a comma b. How many values I am going to print here? For example, here I am going to read 1 comma 10. Then observe here what the value it is. What is the value of C? For example, if I am going to execute it, just look at here. For example, I am going to read 1 and 10. The output is going to be 4. That means what is the value inside C is 4. Why it is 4 means 1 space is 2, 1 and 0. How many characters are there? there are really 4 characters are there, that's why it is going to be print 4. Again I am going to execute it. I am going to write like this. That means how many values it is going to be print here? 11 is 2 values, 22 is 2 values, and 1 space is 1 value. Then it is going to be print 5 values. Why it is going to be print 5 values? For example, if I am going to remove that space here, if I am going to execute it, 11 and 22, it is going to be print 4 values. Yes, how many characters it is going to be print using the print statement, that value is going to be occupied here. Okay, moving into 12th one. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 5, A plus plus, this is a logical OR operator, plus plus B. Then it is going to be print A and B value. What is happening here? A plus plus means it is going to be check that like this, right? What happens when we are using logical OR? When we are using logical OR, if any value is true, the remaining total statement is true, right? That means if any value is true, the control never move to the next statements here. That means here is a positive value. Positive value represents a true value, right? That means 10 is a true value. 10 is a true value, then the control never reaches to plus plus B. Okay, that's why this statement is never executed. That's why A plus plus means it is going to be 11. That means A is only modified, B is never modified here. That means A value is 11 and B value is 5 only. Okay, then moving into code 13. Here A is equal to 5, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 5, A plus plus, and here this is the logical AND operator. What is the logical operator? Logical AND operator means how it behaves means in logical OR, if any value is true, then it never checks the remaining statements, right? In logical AND, if any value is false, it never goes to the next statement here. That means it is going to be 0, right? 0 and logical AND. That means this value is incremented, but this value is never executed. Okay, that means A plus plus means it is going to be 0. 0 becomes 1, 1 and 5 is the answer here. 1 and 5 is the answer here. Okay, moving into next question, that is 14. X is equal to 4, y is equal to, what happens here? This is a pre-decrement, right? That means first of all x is equal to x minus 1. X is equal to x minus 1. Then x value is 3. Then it is going to be assigned to y. Okay? Then this is a post decrement operator. That means first of all it is going to be executed. Z is equal to x. What is x value? X value is 3. Then x is equal to x minus 1. Then x becomes 2 here. Finally, what is x value? X value is 2, y value is 3, z value is 3. What is the final values? X is 2, y is 3, z is also 3. 2, 3, 3. Yes, 2, 3, 3 is the output here. Then moving into 15th question. Here again this is the logical operators. Plus plus A. That means it is going to be this is a pre-increment operator. That means what is A value? A value is 5. It is pre-incremented. That means 6 and logical AND. Yes, any value is 0, then only it will never move to the next statement, but it is a positive value, right? That's why it is moving into this position to check is it 0 or not. Now what is b value? This is also pre-increment, right? Again, that means what is b value now? B value is going to be -6, and any positive value or negative value, any one is true here. That's why it is moving into OR here. This is the OR operator, right? First of all, we are going to comparison these two. OR 6 logical and 6 true and true. That means it is going to be written true. Then 1 logical or something else. What logical operator? How logical operator works means if any value is true, it never moves to this one. Yes, this value is this part is true, right? This part is true. That's why the control never moves to here. Then C value is never updated. C value is same as 0, but A value as 6, B value as -6, D value as 1 or anything else. Then D becomes 1. Then what are the values here? A is 6, B is -6, C is 0, D is 1. If I am going to execute it, 6, -6, 0 and 1. Moving into 16th question. These are the bitwise operators. Bitwise and bitwise or bitwise XOR. This is bitwise AND operator. How bitwise AND operator works? It is going to be, what is A value? A value is equal to 10. I am going to convert into 1010. Then B is equal to 11, and it is going to be converted into 1011. These are the binary representation of these numbers, right? Binary representation of these numbers. Now I am going to display. This is the logic bitwise AND. Bitwise AND means it is going to be worked on bits. If both are ones, then only it will be true. Same as logical AND operators. 1 1, that means it is going to be 0 0 0. Sorry, 1 1, it is 1, 0 0 0. Again 1 1 means 1, 0 1 is 0. If both are 1, if the both bits are 1, then only it will be 1. If both are 0 0, any value is 0, also 0. Then what is the binary value of this one? This one is 1010 is 10. That means here it is going to be print as 10 here. Okay, the next one. This is bitwise XOR. Any value is true, then we have to take it as a true. That means 1 1 is 1, 0 0 is 0, 1 1 is again 1, and 0 1 becomes also 1. Then the value is 11 here. Here first of all it is going to be a 10, and the second value is 11. And what is the last value? This is the XOR gate. XOR gate means if both values are same, either it is 1 or 0, both values are same, it will going to result as 0. If both are different, then only it will print 1. Yes, here both are 1, that's why it is going to be 0. Here also both are 0, then it is going to be 0. Both are 1, it is going to be 0. But here both are different, right? That's why it is going to be taken as 1. The output is 1 here. Yes, the answers are 10, 11 and 1. Now I am going to execute it. 10, 11 and 1. Going into 17th question. Look at here. This is the bitwise NOT operator. Okay, I am just look at here. If I am going to print it as a signed integer, Just look at the formula is very simple. If it is a signed integer, I am going to print as this is the int means signed int, percentage d is also signed int. Then I am going to print the value, then easily it is going to be minus 11. For example, a is 100, the output is minus 101. That means we are going to put some negative sign and increment that value. That's it. This is the, if it is a signed integer. If it is a signed integer only. Now the answer is, for example, if it is a 10, the answer is minus 11. Okay. That's very simple. If it is a 1000, it is going to be minus 1001. Yes, that's it. Very simple. Then moving into the 18th question. If it is a negative number, and it is going to be a signed integer, what it is going to be happen? If it is a signed integer, it is going to be a plus symbol again, and it is going to be a 9. This is the increment. What is the next value of 10? That is a 9, and we have to represent in a positive manner. Then it is going to be a 9 like this. Okay. 19th question. Then look at here. If it is an unsigned short int, that means it is an unsigned value. That means there is no sign is there. That means only positive values. That is, it is going to be represented in between 0 to 65535. 65535. I am going to apply here negation operator. Then what it is going to be happen? What is the highest value? 65535. 65535 minus 10 is equal to 65525. If I am going to execute it, the output is going to be 65535. If I am going to, it is going to be 11. It is going to be some 4. In this way it is going to be working. If it is a unsigned integer, it is going to be working like this. Okay. Then moving into 20th question. Here these are left shift operator and right shift operator. How it works? For example, a is equal to 10 here, right? A is equal to 10. I am going to represent that 10 in binary, that is 1010, and I am going to represent in 8-bit representation. 8-bit representation I am going to display here. That means here it is going to be right shift of left shift of 2 bits. Left shift of 2 bits. That means all these values are moved like this. All these values are moved like this. That means this is 2 power 1, this is 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. 2 power 3 means 8 plus 32. That means it is going to be represented as 40. That means this value is 40. Okay. Now it is going to be right shift of 2 bits. Right shift of 2 bits means the last 2 bits will going to be erased here. Then this is 2 power 0 and this is 2 power 1. 2 power 0, 2 power 1. 2 power 1 means 2. That means the output is 2 here. The output is here finally 40 and 2. I am going to execute it. Just look at here 40 and 2. And the next 21st question. Here I am going to take a value is 5, b value is 2. Here I am going to print percentage d a by b. 5 by 2, integer by integer, I am going to print again the integer only, right? Then it is going to be printed only the coefficient. What is the coefficient? Coefficient is 2. That means it is going to be print 2 here. Here I am going to print A by B, that means 5 by 2 only, but I am going to print in a floating manner, percentage F, but it is not compatible, that's why it is going to be showing as like this, 0.60. And then I am going to convert, this is the typecasting here, I am going to convert one value as float. For example, 5 becomes 5.0 by 2. Now it is going to be given the exact divisible value, that is, for example, 2.5 something like this, 2.5 something like this. It is going to be print here like this. I am going to execute it. Just look at here. It is going to be 0. This is 2, 0 point something else, 2.5000. It is going to be maintained every time 6 decimal points. Okay. This is code 21. Next, code 22. I am going to print 2 plus hello space hi. Now what it is going to be, for example, if there is no 2 plus not like this, it is going to be display hello and hi. Now I am going to 2 plus, what it is going to be, 2 plus means it is going to be remove the first 2 characters from that string and it is going to be printed. That means first 2 characters, the output is this one. For example, if I am going to execute it, look at the output here. It is going to be execute from here only. Okay. And the next one, int a is equal to 10. This is percentage x. What is x? We know that percentage d, percentage f, but what is x here? X means it is going to be an hexadecimal value. What is the hexadecimal representation of 10? Hexadecimal representation of 10 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and a value. Agreed? That means a, b, c, d, e, like this, right? What is a? What is 10 value? 10 value is a. That means it is going to be print as output as a, like this. Okay, this is the hexadecimal representation. Okay, then the next one is, what is O? O means octal. What is that? That is octal representation. What is the octal representation of 10 here? What is the octal representation of 10? For example, a is equal to 10. For example, a is equal to 10. I am going to be write like this, and 10 and 8 ones are 8, and it is going to be 8. This is 2, right? And it is going to be taken as the output is going to be 12. Okay, the output is going to be 12. This is the octal conversion here. 10 is going to be represented as 1, 2. I am going to execute it. The output is 1, 2. Okay, this is the octal representation, percentage O. Next, 25th question. Yes, x value is 10, y value is 6. Now I am going to print x comma y, but here there is only one percentage d. Is there any error here? Yes, for example, if I am going to execute it, just compile it. Is there any errors? There are no errors at all. If I am going to use only one percentage d, it is going to be print only the first one. Only the first one. What is the x value? X value is 10. That is going to be displayed only. Okay? There is no error at all. That's it. And the last one is 26th. Here I am going to take as x is equal to 97. I am going to print as a character. It is. Character means it is the ASCII value. ASCII value. What is the 97 represents here? 97 represents A here. A here. If I am going to execute it, it is going to be executed as A. For example, if I am going to convert it as 98, it is going to be print as B here. Okay, yes, that's it. These are all the 26 MCQs are belong to the how variable are going to be declared and how the operators are going to be working, and all some printf statements how they are working, and I am going to cover all the concepts here, and I am going to place all these 26 codes in GitHub, and I provide this link in the description link also. Just practice all these questions and just modify the code and execute in another way. Okay, everything. That's it. Thank you.